Bet you guys can never guess what that floppy disk is for. What's up, traders? My name's Hunter. This is Hunter FX. This channel is so goddamn alpha, so woke, so elite that I'm going to teach you guys stuff that I don't even know how to do. That's right, let me just first say that trading the news is very, very risky, and I am by no means an expert in it, and you could do this maybe in a fundamental terms, but again, I don't trade fundamentals. I think trading the news is somewhat just gambling to me, but I do know people that do trade these strategies on the NFP with very high success rate. So these are basically strategies that I've heard from friends that are actually able to do it, and I'm basically going to tell you how to do them. And I've tried myself, I've had some success. It hasn't worked out very well for me in the past. That being said, you're very much welcome to try these out for your own. I know NFP is tomorrow, where you could try them out every single week. Just make sure that you're really testing them out and going with a low bet size when you're first trying out, because like we know, news is extremely volatile. Make sure you got your stops, make sure you got your profits, and you got to react very quickly. All right, first of all, guys, we're going to be looking at the Euro USD for these examples. You can also look at any USD pair. The best ones on NFP are Euro USD and USD CAD. USD CAD's usually got the craziest volatility because there's a couple different releases at the same time for both the USD and for the CAD pair. But then you can also look at any other USD pair. Some people like to trade the yen. It's usually pretty obvious with what's going to happen on the yen as well. So guys, what we're going to be doing for this first strategy, it's essentially a breakout trading strategy, and you're going to be looking for a very, very quick scalp. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be jumping down to this 1 minute here, and you're going to draw the range highs and lows. And because we don't actually know what direction it's going to be going unless you have some fundamental bias that you actually want to follow, that's not what we're doing here in this video. What we're doing here in this video is simply looking at the previous highs and lows on this 1 minute time frame, because that's where it's really going to matter. And then you're going to be looking for the breakout of those most recent highs and lows, and then you're going to shoot for a roughly 10 pip profit, and that's it. You're going to be looking at a previous area that most likely is going to act as some sort of support or resistance. So you can see right around here, that's actually a decent area. If we look 10 pips in the other direction after a breakout out of that range, you can see right here, that would be a great place for the market makers to spike down to and stop hunt and then reverse. So it's going to be very important for every single strategy you do things very quickly, essentially, because a lot of this is going to be stop hunts. So what we do is we place a buy stop here and a sell stop here. So that means when it breaks below that price, it'll instantly buy it up and enter the position for a sell if it goes to the downside, and for a buy if it goes to the upside. And then what you're going to need to do is you're going to essentially be taking your profit instantly as well, because it's just going to shoot straight down. You're going to take your profit immediately at that level, and then you're going to take your profit immediately at that level. That's the first strategy. The second strategy here, guys, this is one that my friend does use. He's crazy. I don't know how he does it. He does it so damn quickly, and he's got like an 80% success rate on this, and it's actually quite unbelievable. I never had the best success rate with it. Maybe I'm not fast enough. Maybe I'm not doing it perfectly properly, but this is how he does it. And essentially, we're going to be looking for that major move and then move back very quickly. So that obvious fake out that I was just telling you that, you know, maybe this level was going to be a fake out. So very often on NFP, what's going to happen is it's going to fake in one direction, catch out these breakout buyers, right? That's why I said in that first strategy, you're taking your profit pretty much instantly, because you want to get out before the fake out begins. So they're going to fake you out in one direction. So let's look at if it, for example, went to the downside and it faked us out here. Maybe there was breakout buyers on this level too, and it would just go slightly below and then it would come right back up. So essentially what we're going to be looking for is a 10 pip move into a direction. So right around there, a 10 pip move. We're going to look for that breakout fake out. We're going to take the reversal very quickly. You're going to have to leave a resting order there behind some sort of level. And then it's going to rally back in the other direction. And we're looking for a 10 to 15 pip move back in the other direction. So you'll see that it'll come back very quickly, and sometimes it'll actually go even farther. But we don't want to be greedy here. We want to be very, very quick, essentially. This is a strategy that you're going to be taking very, very small gains, and your losses are going to be less likely because you're going to have mostly winners, but your losses will, of course, be bigger. This is something that you're going to have to take into account because you're going to have maybe an 80% success rate, but you need to know when to cut your trades wrong very quickly. And I would say if they're going about double the length of what you were planning as a take profit, then you want to cut that trade off immediately. So in the other direction here, guys, if it had actually faked out to the upside, we're looking for about 10 pips into the fake out to the upside, and then a reversal of about 15. So it'll come back down to there. We'll get a nice little shape that looks like that, and then you're going to get out of that trade immediately. And again, it could go further, but we're just looking for that pull up and then the retrace back to basically somewhat norm, but a little bit more into the other direction, just a little bit more. Now, if that fast trading doesn't suit your fancy, I have two methods that will go also quite quickly, but you can kind of trade them is at a slower pace rather than just instantly opening and closing your orders. The first one is again going to be a reversal. It's going to trend in a direction after it's done this first crazy wick pullback like this, and then it's going to choose an actual direction to go into. So let's say that it did exactly this, fake out to the upside and then broke back down here, right? What we're going to be planning to do is we're going to look for the pullback back to norm before the actual trending market begins after the NFP release, because it's going to have to pick a direction after all of the major volatility has happened, and it's going to have to retest this initial zone. So after it's picked that direction, what we're going to do is we're going to look for it to slow, and then we're going to look for the break back in the opposite direction. So if I just look for a line here, and we just draw kind of a line of where the previous highs were, or the previous high here breaking down to the low, you'll see that the reversal is going to happen generally right after we see that break of the trend, and then we start reversing back. So all you're going to be doing is you're going to be entering a position after that reversal, throw your stop a little bit below the reversal there just to make sure you keep any possible wicks that might stop you out, and then just target the very edge there. And you're going to be getting obviously about a 1-to-1 our trade. You're going to get an equal risk to reward generally with a trade like this. Most likely you're going to be able to get that reversal all the way back to the top, and you're going to quickly move your stop into profit once it actually starts moving, because this is something, again, it's very quick, but you're not doing something just instantly like I said before. Now then, the fourth option, and this is the one that makes most sense to me. This is what I do. I don't like doing the reversal. I don't like doing the very fast things. I like to think. I don't like to just react very quickly. That's generally not what you should do. Some guys, they're amazing at it. That's not me. Some of you, you're going to try it. You're going to be amazing at it. I can tell already. Some of you guys are nuts. It's cool. So for those of you who are not nuts, this is what I work with, and this is what I like to watch for on NFP. And I think we'll do a stream maybe on NFP so that you guys can see at some point here too. And essentially, we're going to look for that reversal like we were talking about before, and then that bounce off of that level that it initially broke out of, that same level that it broke out of. And then we can look for the little bit of consolidation and the reversal on the very small time frame back into that trend. And then we're just going to jump into that trend and follow that trend for the rest of the day. And you can follow that all the way back down to new highs and lows, all the way to whatever makes sense, right? So you're going to look for a level that means something to you. That's not what this video is about. This video is about just the basic entry parameters of different NFP strategies. And those are the 4 NFP strategies. That doesn't go into a ton of detail. If you need a ton of detail on how to actually trade, this isn't the video. This is for someone who's specifically looking for an entry type strategy or an explanation or an idea of how they should be trading the NFP. This is not a video that's teaching you how to trade. Use this in conjunction with the knowledge that you already have, and I'm sure that some of you are going to be able to make a great profit with this. Just please, 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 please make sure that you know where you're going to exit of the trade if you are wrong, because a lot of these strategies, they are relying on a high risk scenario. Guys, if you like that content, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit that like, hit the notification bell, because I'm streaming most Mondays, Fridays, and you can jump in on the stream, ask me all sorts of questions. Call me names, make fun of me, call me cute, whatever you want. I love you guys all, no matter what you say to me, and I'll see you guys next time.